You're still thinking about it?
Why did he come to Copenhagen?
Doesn't matter, my love. Now we're all three of us dead and gone.
Some questions remain long after their owners have died, lingering like ghosts, looking for the answers they've never found in life.
Some questions have no answers to find.
Why did he come? What was he trying to tell you?
He did explain later.
He explained over and over again. Each time he explained, it became more obscure.
It was probably very simple. When you come right down to it, he wanted to have a talk.
A talk? To the enemy? In the middle of a war?
Margaret, my love, we were scarcely the enemy.
It was 1941!
Heisenburg was one of our oldest friends.
Heisenburg was German. We were Danes. We were under German occupation.
It put us in a difficult position, certainly.
I've never seen you as angry with anyone as you were with Heisenburg that night.
Not to disagree, but I believe I remained remarkably calm.
I know when you're angry.
It was as difficult for him, as it was for us.
So why did he do it? No one can be hurt. No one can be betrayed.
I doubt if he ever really knew himself.
And he wasn't a friend. Not after that visit. That was the end of the famous friendship between Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg.
Nein! Now we're all dead and gone, yes? And there are only two things in the world remembers about me. One is the uncertainty principle, and the other is the mysterious visit to Niels Bohr in Copenhagen in 1941. Everyone understands uncertainty, or thinks he does. No one understands my trip to Copenhagen. Time and time again I've explained it. To Bohr himself and Margaret D. To interrogators and intelligence officers. To journalists and historians. The more I've explained, the deeper the uncertainty has become. Well, I shall be happy to make one more attempt. Now we're all dead and gone. No one can hurt, no one can be betrayed.
I never entirely liked him, you know. Perhaps I can say that to you now.
Yes, you did. When he was first here in the 20s, of course you did. On the beach at Tidsville with us and the boys, he was one of the family.
Something alien about him, even then.
So quick and eager.
Too quick, too eager.
Those bright, watchful eyes.
Too bright, too watchful.
Well, he was a very great physicist. I never changed my mind about that.
They were all good, all the people who came to Copenhagen to work with you. You had most of the great pioneers in atomic theory here at one time or another.
And the more I look back on it, the more I think Heisenberg was the greatest of them all.
So what was Bohr? He was the first of us all, the father of us all. Modern atomic physics began when Bohr realized that the quantum theory applied to matter as well as to energy. 1913. Everything we did was based on the great insight of his.
When you think that he first came here as my assistant in 1924.
Nein! I'd only just finished my doctorate, and Bohr was the most famous atomic physicist in the world.
And in just over a year, he'd invented quantum mechanics.
It came out of his work with you. Bohr, within 3, he got uncertainly. And you, done complementarily. Bohr, we argued them both out together.
Nein, but we did our best work together. Bohr Heisenberg usually led the way. Bohr made sense of it all.
We operated like a business.
Nein, chairman and managing director.
Father and son.
Our family business.
Even though we had sons of our own.
And we went on working together long after he ceased to be my assistant.
Long after I'd left Copenhagen in 1927 and gone back to Germany. Long after I had a chair and family of my own.
Then the Nazis came to power.
And it got more and more difficult. When the war broke out, impossible. Until that day in 1941.
When it finished forever.
Yes. Why did he do it?
Nein, September 1941. For years I had it down in my memory as October.
September. The end of September.
A curious sort of diary memory is.
Nein, you open the pages, and all the new headings and tidy jottings dissolve around you.
You step through the pages, into the months and days themselves.
The past becomes the present inside your head.
9. September 1941, Copenhagen. And at once, here I am, getting off the night train from Berlin with my colleagues Karl von Weissenstacker. 2 plain civilian suits and raincoats among the field grey, well-Mannschafts uniforms arriving with us. All the naval gold braid and the well-tailored black of the SS. In my bag I have the text of the lecture I'm giving. In my head is another communication that has to be delivered. The lecture is on astrophysics. The text inside my head is a more difficult one.